The actor playing Scott Pilgrim is dating an actress playing a high schooler. That's actually hilarious.
You're dating a 17-year-old?
She's 31 in real life.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Cinto with the Intel, and we are getting ready to watch episode 4 of Scott Pilgrim live and direct from Grandma's house. But you know who's here with me? My man Rakan. What's going down with you, my guy?
Hello, Governor.
Hey, man, so happy to hear you. Hope you are excited about episode 4 for those that are just now catching up. Don't worry, there'll be a link in the description so you can see 1 through 3. So without any further ado, let's get started. Yo, my man's entrance, though, word.
Yeah. Lucas Lee's doing it big.
Glendale, California.
Glendale looks like that. It really doesn't.
Whatever. I went down to the beach and saw Kiki. She was all like, and I'm like, whatever.
Luke.
Then I'm throwing dice.
What
in the
number
alley.
boyfriend is
Officer
this?
Leroy comes up and he's like, "Yeah, I thought I told you to."
I said, what numbered boyfriend
Lucas
is this
Lee's
one?
number 2.
Okay.
Number 2.
I'll come Zach for him. Like, yo, Zach.
But things have been out of order from what they were in the movie.
That's my agent, fellas. So what'd I do right this time?
Wow.
You are one mistake away from movie jail.
Good thing I've got a get-out-of-jail-free card. This smile.
Wow.
We've got one offer for a lead role. I suggest you take it. It's probably going to be the last one for a while. Your flight to Toronto departs in 4 hours.
Oh.
This is
Oh, and just in case you wanted to know, but yeah, the name of this episode is Whatever. Green today.
Mm-hmm.
I bet, you know how color always symbolizes something. I'm wondering what it would symbolize on this. Let us know in the comments, obviously.
While we appreciate your passion, no one visits the set of a Lucas Lee movie without explicit permission.
They can't spell.
Here? Of course he's here. What do you think our job is?
Oh, man. Do you think we could have a selfie?
That's Simon Pegg and Nick Chubb.
Is that who that was? I thought I recognized those voices.
Mm-hmm.
Young Neil?
Ramona!
Oh, Young Neil's a PA?
Have a seat. They're about to roll the camera.
Yeah,
Not
he
like the
probably wrote the
volleyball,
script.
the camera doesn't roll at all. You'll learn a lot on a movie set.
That's
Probably his
right.
movie.
He did write that script. That's true.
Hey, young Neil. Why is Envy Adams dressed like me?
She's playing Ramona Flowers.
What's the title of this movie?
Quiet on the set.
Scott Pilgrim's precious little life. Scene 12, take 1.
Edgar Wrong.
So,
That's
are
funny.
you a fan of Sex Bomb? No, I'm kind of seeing someone in the band. That's crazy! I am too!
Wow, did we just get meta in animation?
We did.
Cut! Yes, our lead character is flawed.
You wrote an entire script about a world where Scott Pilgrim won the fight with Matthew Patel?
Basically.
Wow.
Wait,
Yeah, that's
who
kind
is
of awesome,
he
though.
playing in this?
This is ultra meta right here. Like, he said, I don't know where I am.
Someone's outside. Who is it? I'm working on my lines.
Is that what they call that now?
Yeah. He's pulling a Weinstein.
Too soon.
Oh my god.
Ramona Flowers.
Been a while?
Freshman year, high school.
We need to talk.
I'm not sure we do.
About Scott Pilgrim.
I'm Scott Pilgrim.
No, the real Scott Pilgrim. Have you read the script?
I read the title.
Of course.
Maybe you should read a little more.
We're about to shoot my first scene. Gotta give the people what they want. Crank that Lucas Lee charm to 11.
Is he smashing the Hollywood version of Ramona just so that he can still have her?
That would be hilarious.
Ugh, gross.
Oh my lord.
It's a man who appreciates cakes.
Yeah. It means he's tops in my books.
Still on the search for my old roommate. What's his name? Any progress?
Minimal, but hopefully that's about to change. What brings you here?
Is that Wesley?
Heard they hired a notorious heterosexual to play
Or
me.
Wallace?
Yes, Wallace.
Hey, how was that? Gay enough? Any notes?
No, he said gay enough.
I'm Wallace Wells.
Method. Wow. Bold, confident, impressive.
He said method.
What about the other guy?
He's already been escorted off set.
Dang.
What?
Damn.
Everybody take 5 while we get our new Wallace to hair and makeup.
You heard him, everybody.
Wallace is playing himself in the movie. That is.
Got nice head in bed that morning.
Yo, did you see the ninja just drop and dip?
Right.
Speaking of which, I hear Mr. Lee is already balls deep in a sweaty affair with someone on the production. You catch any gossip on who the lucky lady might be?
Listen, balls deep will never not be funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you're the lead.
No, there's a Lucas Lee character, and Scott tricks him into grinding to death. I'd never fall for that. What kind of idiot would write this?
This is hilarious.
Yes.
They put the movie that we've seen in the show. That is hilarious.
Why are you here?
Scott's not dead. Someone wants us to think he is.
Who? Why?
Edgar Wright. That's who it
Person
is.
who really wrote this damn movie.
The actor playing Scott Pilgrim is dating an actress playing a high schooler. That's actually hilarious.
You're dating a 17-year-old?
She's 31 in real life. No, something worse. Paparazzi.
Paparazzi ninjas.
I thought I saw him as ninjas earlier.
We have you surrounded, actor scum. Show yourself.
Actor scum.
Whatever.
Lucas Lee versus the paparazzi. Fight.
Now remember, his agent told him he needed to be on his best behavior.
No disqualified.
Yeah,
No,
I don't think.
skate.
Oh. That's the thing. Is there really a such thing as bad press? Like,
Hey, man, the animation's still flexing, man. They're doing some cool stuff.
mm-hmm.
Need an assist?
Why would you help me?
What do you mean? I always helped you. All clear.
I just got off the phone with my agent.
She got a bag of holding also. Yep.
By tomorrow morning, someone else will be casting the role of the guy you like more than me, and I'll be back to being nobody. That was your cue to say something like, "You were never nobody, Lucas."
Oh, the vegan dude, yeah. Forgot about him.
Vegan powers? Vegan portals?
Ah.
Yes, hello. I'm Todd Ingram. I'm vegan, and I'm here to audition for the part of Scott Pilgrim.
I hate people that start the conversation with that.
Yeah.
Good luck. Watch out, guys. Vegan coming through.
Oh my gosh, yes, that is annoying.
Vegan
That's
coming
really
through.
annoying.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you want to watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Sintel. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet.
All right, so that is going to be episode 4 of Scott Pilgrim. It looks like they are going to maintain what we thought. And the funny thing is, this is happening at there's an interesting moment that happens in this episode that happens precisely when we're wondering about what the direction of this series is going to go. One, it's a story about Ramona Flowers. I mean, we're officially halfway there, so we can officially say that now. And then 2, this reveal is not necessarily letting go of the lore of what we saw based off of this cool little reveal. How you feeling so far?
Well, you're right. We're halfway through, and it's officially the story of Ramona Flowers.
Yeah.
But I think it is super interesting that it's playing out more like a murder mystery. You know what I'm saying? We assumed that Scott was murdered. She figures out he's still alive. He's been kidnapped. He's been taken, but we don't know by who, and we don't know for what reason. So now she's trying to figure that out, and while unraveling that, she's having this in real life therapy session by going through all of her evil exes to figure it out. Which, unfortunately, I think that's going to lead us right back to where we were to begin with. I think that all of this is orchestrated by Gideon. You know, that he lost the fight on purpose with Matthew Patel. I think we're going to lead all the way. We're going to lead right back to Gideon.
I can see something.
He got to be the only one who's got enough power and influence to make all of this happen. You know, to throw us off the scent. That way she discovers that she don't even want any of her exes, and it all leads her back to him in the first place.
That theory, I can kind of run with that. He does have the power influence. Well, at least he did before he lost it to Patel. But who's to say that he didn't, like you're kind of hinting at, put the wheels in motion before that happened? So with any blowback happens, it happens to Patel because he's the one that's in control of this entire empire that kind of like helped put things in motion. I can kind of see something like that happening.
And any rich dude and any rich dude who loses all his stuff, does he really lose all of his stuff? He didn't have some secret account in the Cayman Islands or somewhere, non-extradition country or something like that. Like, oh, I'm so broke. Let me just use my spare billion I got in this account over here. Like, get out of here.
Yeah. Listen, I hate to be the wet blanket, but I am gonna be a little bit of the wet blanket. It's interesting as the story is, and it's interesting enough that I'm not going to leave. You know, it's still a good project. I'm disappointed that it's not about Scott. I got to admit it, man. It's disappointing, man. I wanted to see Scott Pilgrim. If we would have done Scott Pilgrim first, like the first 4 episodes of Scott Pilgrim, and then it switched to Ramona Flowers' story, I'd have been way more happy. But because my expectation, it's the Furiosa argument when it came to Mad Max I talked about in the last episode. It's the same thing. It's like, call it, Furiosa featuring Mad Max. Call this, what it is, and that is the Ramona Flowers featuring Scott Pilgrim. Okay.
It's in between. Because Mad Max Furiosa was a movie, and it was a one-off. So you gave us a story about Furiosa with, Mad Max sprinkled in there. But we forgave because it was fantastic. But on the opposite end of the spectrum, yes, it was fantastic. But on the opposite end of the spectrum, as much as I love this dude, Kevin Smith gave us a Masters of the Universe He-Man series without He-Man. It became the damn Tila story, and that's where we're at. But we're slightly elevated above that because this is better than that. But you have given us essentially the same thing. You can't have He-Man without damn He-Man. And we got Scott Pilgrim with no Scott Pilgrim. So
Scott Pilgrim.
Damn Netflix, what are they doing to us?
I know.
They
The
just
good
because
thing
they
is
over there
Saving
printing
Grace.
money, they just do whatever they want to do. Just make any kind of story. And like, oh, they love it.
Big facts. The Saving Grace is that I've said it a million times. You start with story first before you deal with anything else. And they are doing that. They're starting with story first. They're giving us a good story. And we're complaining about, some of the things that, as compared to the story, aren't as important. So I will give Edgar Wright that. I will say this, though. Making Edgar Wright's movie story a metaverse within this verse I love it. I think it's great.
That's one of the most clever things I've ever seen. That was super clever. And then for them to even comment on parts of the movie and about themselves in the movie, like, that is the most clever shit ever. Scott Pilgrim gets me to grind down a rail to my death. I would never do that. Like, that shit is hilarious.
Oh, and I love that he's not so full of himself that he even named himself Edgar wrong. I was like, I appreciate you, Edgar Wright, for that. Like, thank you for at least being humble enough to to laugh at your own self, and and I think it's kind of a bit of a cue for us, the audience, to not take it so seriously. Just everything, it's like, come on, this is an animation, so y'all can kind of like chill out. This series and everything else is let's just kind of like have some fun with it. And then it went straight into a really good action scene with the skateboarding and the ninjas and all of that. So he does this cool little tongue-in-cheek kind of thing and a gotcha kind of thing, and then gives us what we're looking for, which is good action. And that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about like good story. It's like no matter how we feel about all the other peripheral things, the story is solid, and it should be. It's Edgar.
And I can't lie about that, because you said, the crux of this was, how did the action play out? If the action was on point, then you would know what we got in this. And the action so far in the animation has been on point. The story has been strong, even though it's not the story that I thought we were going to get, or it's the story that maybe that I wanted. The story has been strong. And just like you said, if they gave you 4 episodes of Scott Pilgrim and then switched over to this Ramona story, you'd have been cool. Well, maybe they gave us half an episode or episode of Scott. They've given us 3 episodes of Ramona. Maybe they switch back and give us what we want. So who knows? I mean, what I'm saying? She's still on the quest to figure out who took him and for what reason. I mean, so who knows what we'll get? We still got 4 more episodes, so we'll see. But like you said, story strong, fighting strong. So I'm not completely disappointed.
It's just one of those things. It's like somebody gifts you like a brand new Bentley, and they give you the Bentley, and you see it, it's got tiger stripes on it. You're like, I ain't want tiger stripes, but I'm not about to turn the Bentley back in either. You know what I mean? It's like, no, thank you. I got a free
He's like,
Bentley.
well, I'll ride it around like I'm Siegfried or Roy, but at least it's in a Bentley.
It's still a Bentlly, though. It's that.
Yeah.
Oh man. Hey,
but you have made a call to your upholstery person. You're like, I'm gonna need this taken out immediately.
You all in the comments, obviously, let us know what you think. Let us know what we got right, what we got wrong, and the phone one is also what we missed. If you want to get to know this gentleman, we're gonna love to know how they can reach out to you, my guy.
On all social media at Diamond Mind, DIAMONDMYND. It's all about this right here.
Yeah, you heard it there. Thank you so much for being a part of this. If you've enjoyed the conversation and want to see of it, then go ahead and hit that subscription button, and of course give us that thumbs up, because that's how people know you dig in what you give them. And this is live from Grandma's house, and we'll catch y'all on the next episode. Y'all take care.